Alright, so welcome back. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fabulous day here today. We are back over here on Goddess of Victory, Nikke. Today we got a financial statement over here from ShiftUp, which kind of usually tells us, hey, this is our plans for the next part of the year, on how we want to please investors, and also how the game has performed in its second quarter officially. On top of that, they talked about a bit of Stellar Blade, and they also talked a bit about the Project Witches, which I think got renamed. For some reason, I'm now going to Project Spirits. Is that it? It got renamed. And now I'm going to forget the name, but today I want to jump into all of that, talk about it, and show you what's up and coming, because it confirms something which might mean no to something we were thinking might release. We'll talk about that. New to the channel, like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. Here we go. So this is it over here. The two, basically second quarter 2025 results published just today, fresh, bright and early. Over here, again, ShiftUp's logo. This is just a thing to sort of tell investors, hey, this is how we're doing. This is our continuous thing, and this is kind of how we move forward from this point onwards. But here's what happened. All-time best performance since founding. Operating revenue went up. Operating profit over here. Goddess of Victory Nikke is operating stably driven by user traffic. Over here for Goddess of Victory New Hope, a successful launch of the Chinese market, accelerating content growth via frequent updates and around core characters. Over here, Stellar Blade successfully launched the PC version. 1 million units sold within 3 days of Steam release. Over 3 million total sales on PS5 and PC combined. Firmly established as a global flagship AAA franchise IP, nearly again that much over there, as its sort of rankings on player count and also basically the reviews. So pretty cool. They show over here sort of how the revenue's looking, how everything's looking, and yes, they did very good this quarter. Obviously, why is that? You had the PC launch of Stellar Blade, and on top of that, you had the launch of Goddess of Victory Nikke in China, both the preliminary launch, right? So it's going to be doing great. It's going to be very, very high, and you can kind of see that they did very good. You can kind of see that right there. Goddess of Victory Nikke delivered quarterly results in line with the annual plan. Global confirmed favorable user feedback on Unbreakable Sphere, which I don't know how true that was. The 2.5 anniversary was made fun of a lot, and a lot of players didn't like it, but here they say favorable user feedback on, again, the 2.5 anniversary event. I will say for the most part, Stellar Blade collaboration had more so favorable opinions when it came to story and everything associated. The Eve thing was entirely different. Everyone hated on the Eve drop, which it's true. Eve kind of sucked how she released. She was good, right? She's a great unit. You expected her to be a bit better than, again, like some of the previous collaboration characters. Kind of sucked that she wasn't as great as those ones before. China over here, Goddess of Victory Nikke New Hope entered the market with strong early performance indicators, which, yeah, this didn't last too long. They didn't have a huge month. They didn't. That's true. Where they had god tier releases and such, but they also just did not that good. For CN revenue, didn't do too hot. So I wonder what their statement is in the third quarter, because you saw what it did last month, right? Pretty bad. Over here, though, Stellar Blade set historic benchmark for AAA single-player games in Korea, pretty much. Ranked #1 on Sony, and also on top of that, it surpassed 1 million Steam sales within 3 days of the release, which is, again, huge for them. Operating expenses, operating profit, simple stuff here, but we care about the Q&A. This is the goodies of it all. Goddess of Victory Nikke. What is the second quarter 2025 performance review of Goddess of Victory Nikke? In quarter 2025, quarter 2, the global version of Goddess of Victory Nikke delivered positive quarterly results based on the stable user metrics and live service strategies. Goddess of Victory New Hope successfully entered the Chinese market, contributing to 17.3% increase in IP revenue, reaching that much again. KR. Over here, or KRW, sorry. The 2.5 anniversary event in April-May and a June collaboration with our IP Stellar Blade sustained a solid upward trend in user metrics. Notably, the new pickup characters Eve and Raven, along with a minigame and a story event from the Stellar Blade collaboration in June, received strong global user responses, reaffirming positive cross-IP collaboration feedback. Goddess of Victory New Hope officially launched on 22nd of May and gradually introduced popular characters such as Dorothy, Modernia, and Helm, securing excellent early user metrics and establishing a foothold in the Chinese market. What are expected outcomes of Goddess of Victory Nikke in the second half of 2025? So again, second half of 2025, so pretty much what's left of the year. In the second half of 2025, we plan to introduce various new contents, including seasonal events and a third anniversary event. But yes, as you can kind of clearly see here, they don't mention collaboration And yes, seasonal events, that's multiple they're talking about clearly here, which remember, there is multiple in the second half of the year. There are multiple seasonal events. Second half of the year is basically past June, right? So July was the first seasonal event. That was Dorothy's Serendipity, and that was E-Leg Boom and Shock. The second seasonal event is Christmas. The third thing is the third anniversary. That's also in the second half of the year. They don't clearly state that there is a collaboration. For all we know, there could be a collaboration that was, again, that doesn't want to be announced here, that doesn't want to be spoiled, and they don't want to, like, do that. Yes, you may want to say it in an investor report, because, you know, it's like, oh, the stock will rise because the collaboration will be huge money for them. That's true, but they also may not want to say it. Who knows? What I will say is, they did mention it back then when you had Q1 results, and they said that Q2, again, at that point, we already knew a Stellar collaboration was planned for Q2. That was planned in, again, like, well in advance, like December. I think they fully confirmed it. You fully knew that was coming, so don't know for sure, but what we will say is we could be free of a collaboration, which, again, some of you might be happy about that, some of you might be very heated about that. I don't know exactly which side of the coin you'll fall on, but it looks like here they don't mention it, so it might not be a collaboration plan, but anything is possible. Anything is possible, so please be aware of that. But seasonal events means multiple. That is, again, summer event, and that, again, means winter event, obviously speaking. And then over here, third anniversary event. So that might be the only major things left of the year. Remember, they don't say that there's a major update planned for September, but as of we going into it, there might be a major update, right? What is that major update? Clearly, you're getting the Exia Bunny skin. It might lean into the Bunny update, which both times before it's done that. So anything is possible, right? But I'm going to show it to you as yes, their main indicators of good updates are these three planned. Summer, we already had. Winter, third anniversary. Who knows if there's more, but that's for now what they plan. Supported by strong global user enthusiasm, we are preparing diverse and engaging content updates alongside coordinated marketing efforts, while continuously enhancing the Goddess of Victory IP and expanding various merchandise sales initiatives. All which aren't lies. They did announce 26 different statues at the latest convention that happened. On top of that, they are providing engaging content updates. You are getting the story updates. Just now you got one. You also got Museum, which is there in September. Boatload of quality of life that we've been begging for will finally release. And then on top of that, in October, you're getting potentially, unless a delay occurs, a side story. And on top of that, you're getting the, what's that called? Obviously the anniversary, but the story chapters and everything associated. And whatever content they have planned called, surface content. At this point, I forgot the name. Entering its third year since launch, Goddess of Victory Nikke is solidifying its position as an evergreen title through a stronger engagement with players. We will continue to listen to our user feedback and deliver high-quality content, aiming to match last year's performance in the second half of 2025. We shall see. Stellar Blade over here, pretty much, it just talked about the performance. Over here, it talked about player counts and everything associated. And then, basically, yeah. I don't think there's anything important for us. Over here, what is it planned? Expected achievements. They'll just continue to boost the sales, and that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, we don't care, right? Yeah, if you care about Stellar Blade, you can pause the video. Now, Project Spirits, you might care about this. What are the current preparation status of Project Spirits? What is the schedule for the market communication? In June 2025, we unveiled the first illustration of Project Spirit and launched developer recruitment, actively seeking top talent in the industry. The game is under development, targeting a post-2027 launch, including 2027, with plans to communicate development direction and a strategic positioning in the second half of the year. We appreciate the attention and excitement from users and fans towards ShiftUp's new project Spirit. So they keep saying post-2027 launch, which includes 2027. The highest thing is, it's probably getting delayed to 2028. We know ShiftUp, as they are now, they delay things. And also, every freaking marketing thing that comes out about Project Spirits, they always state it as 2027 and beyond, right? Post-2027. So, most likely, I see it being 2028, but if you are excited, a gacha game from ShiftUp coming out in 2028. So, where it stands is right now, that's their plans for the end of the year. Give you content, have fun with the seasonal updates that are left, which is, again, Christmas, anniversary, and also launch the hopefully freaking free skin poll. What the hell is that, right? Where is the vote for that? I'm still waiting on it, and we'll see if a major update's planned for the rest of the year beyond those two that we know about. Anything is possible with ShiftUp. The only thing is, I think we can get a break. Would be nice, but who freaking knows? Imagine Halloween seasonal this year. Let's see. Take care, have fun. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.